Alright, second grade. So when I went to Mission Grammar last week, I got my Scholastic order and I got a bunch of new Flag Eye books. So I'm gonna read Flag Eye Presents Space to you all. A boy had a pet fly named Flag Eye. Flag Eye could say the boy's name. Buzz. One day, Buzz and Flag Eye were at the Space Museum. I want to fly into space when I grow up, said Buzz. Space? Yeah, said Buzz. We can learn all about space right here. The universe is so big that scientists don't know the exact size. Space means everything in the universe. The universe is made up of planets, stars, suns, moons, and much, much more. There are 8 planets in our solar system: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And you can see that this is the sun, and they all are going around the sun or orbiting the sun. And Earth is the third one from the sun. In this picture, it says this spaceship went all the way out past Neptune. So this one went all the way past Neptune. So do you think there were people on that spaceship? Moons orbit or travel around planets. Earth has one moon. So here's Earth and its moon. This is a picture of the surface of the moon. Jupiter has 50 or more moons. So you can see these are some of Jupiter's moons, and this is Jupiter. There are at least 146 moons in our solar system. The sun is the biggest object in our solar system. It is 109 times wider than Earth. And in this picture, you can see how little Earth is compared to the sun. The sun's gravity pulls the planets like a giant magnet. The sun is the center of our solar system. All objects orbit around the sun because it has gravity. Gravity attracts objects to one another. The sun is a star. Stars are huge balls of burning gas. Stars only look small because they are so far away. The sun is the closest star to Earth. It is 93 million miles away. Stars are not star-shaped. They are really just gigantic balls. There are many other objects in our solar system. Meteoroids are small rocks. They fall towards Earth. They are called meteors. When they fall towards Earth, they are called meteors. A shooting star is really a meteor. Comets are large pieces of rock, dust, and ice that orbit the sun. Comets are called dirty snowballs. Asteroids are made up of rock and metal. An asteroid belt is made up of lots of asteroids. Astronauts are people who travel into space to find out more about it. There is no gravity or oxygen in space. Astronauts go on zero-gravity flights to learn how it feels to move without gravity. These rides are like very fast roller coasters. And astronauts call zero-gravity flights vomit comets. So I want you to think about how fast a roller coaster goes, and these are extra fast roller coasters, so that's how fast the spaceships go. Astronauts wear special clothes to keep them safe. Spacesuits keep astronauts warm or cool and let them breathe. So you can see they have lights on the helmet, gloves, temperature control valve, so they can twist that to change the temperature, a safety tether and protective layer. And then this picture has Flag Eye in Buzz's helmet. And Buzz says, "You need your own helmet, Fly Guy." A spacecraft is a vehicle that travels in space. There are many different types of spacecrafts. A space capsule is carried into space by a rocket. Some return to Earth by splashing down in water. A space shuttle also blasts off using rockets. When it returns to Earth, it lands on a runway like an airplane. Astronauts can live on space stations. A space station can be as long and wide as a football field. Astronauts have done amazing things. In 1961, Yuri Gagarin was the first person in space. In 1962, John Glenn was the first American to orbit Earth. In 1969, Neil Armstrong was the first astronaut to walk on the moon. And the first words that were said on the moon were, "The Eagle has landed." In 1986, the first teachers became part of the Teacher in Space program, and that was Barbara Morgan and Krista McAuliffe. In 1999, Eileen Collins was the first woman to command a U.S. space shuttle. You can see some pictures of them. Animals were sent into space before humans. First in space! In 1947, the first creatures in space were fruit flies. In 1949, Albert II became the first monkey in space. In 1957, a dog named Laika became the first animal to orbit Earth, which means to go around Earth. Scientists can learn about space through telescopes. A telescope is a tool that uses lenses and mirrors to make faraway objects look nearer. Look, kids can use telescopes too. The Hubble Space Telescope is as big as a school bus. So you can see this is a telescope and it's ginormous and looks like the size of a school bus. There is still a lot to be learned about space. Earth is the only planet scientists know of that has living things on it, but scientists think there could be other life in the universe. Mars rovers are robots that explore Mars. Scientists are studying if there was ever water on Mars. If there was water there, there might have been life too. Take me to your leader, aliens. When Buzz got home, he made his very own asteroid belt. "Look, Fly Guy, I made it out of rocks and metal." "We learned a lot about space today," Buzz said. "I can't wait for our next field trip."